June is the month when our days are filled with the most light. The sun reaches its highest point in the sky and summer comes alive. It's when HopeHealth always holds its annual summer evening of hope and remembrance. I'm Diana Franquito, President and CEO of HopeHealth, and I want to welcome you to our second virtual summer evening of hope and remembrance. We're on the lovely grounds of the Swan Point Cemetery in Providence, and because of the pandemic, we can't all come together in person just yet. But we can still connect in this way to honor and remember the lives of loved ones we have lost. In our grief, we don't lose sight of the fact that we are all healing. Over the next 30 minutes, you'll see and hear readings, stories, and music from HopeHealth staff, patients' families, and volunteers. So next, I'd like to introduce you to one of HopeHealth's interfaith chaplains, Wilson Hood.
The trees and the bird song, the blooming flowers and the stirring creatures all around us tell us that spring at last has come again and that summer is on its way. Yet we still carry the memory of winter, especially this past winter, with us. That season of loss and withdrawal from all we thought we knew about the world and ourselves. For some of us, that winter may feel far away today. For others, it may still feel as close as their next breath. The wisdom of this planet reminds us that in every summer, the memory of winter lingers, and in every winter awaits the promise of the spring to come. No season of our lives is simple or final. Our joys and our sorrows, those we have lost and those who remain, are bound together right now in the messy, beautiful tapestry of who we are. And it is all welcome here. You are welcome here. In this moment, we gather as a community to hold that complexity, the winters and the summers of our lives all at once. We gather to remember, to grieve, to celebrate life, and to return to hope. May we meet this moment with compassion and grace, both for one another and for ourselves. May we open ourselves to whatever this moment may bring. May we greet each other in this time not as strangers, but as fellow travelers on the road. And when we learn and relearn and relearn again that none of us can make this journey on our own, may we remember that this lesson is not a warning, but the deepest blessing that life can offer us. Amen.
Thank you, Wilson, for that wonderful reflection. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah DiCosta, and I'm a grief counselor and Camp Braveheart coordinator with HopeHealth. Thank you for joining us to honor and remember your loved ones. We hope tonight can bring you some comfort and peace in the months to come. Next, we have Annie Huang, one of our HopeHealth volunteers, who will share the encouraging piece, When Great Trees Fall, by Maya Angelou.
When great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder, lions hunker down in tall grasses, and even elephants lumber after safety. When great trees fall in forests, small things recoil into silence, their senses eroded beyond fear. When great souls die, the air around us becomes light, rare, sterile. We breathe briefly. Our eyes briefly see with a hurtful clarity. Our memory suddenly sharpened, examines, gnaws on kind words unsaid, promised walks never taken. Great souls die, and our reality bound to them takes leave of us. Our souls, dependent upon their nurture, now shrink, wizened. Our minds, formed and informed by their radiance, fall away. We are not so much maddened as reduced to the unutterable ignorance of dark, cold caves. And when great souls die, after a period, peace blooms, slowly and always irregularly, Spaces fill with a kind of soothing electric vibration. Our senses restored, never to be the same, whisper to us. They existed. They existed. We can be and be better, for they existed.
Thank you for that beautiful reading. Hello, my name is Diane Lambert, and I am one of the grief counselors with HopeHealth. Next, we have vocalist Casey Geronimo singing When I'm Gone.
A bright sunrise will contradict the heavy fog that weighs you down. In spite of all the funeral songs, the birds will make their joyful sounds. You wonder why the earth still moves. You wonder how you carry on. But you'll be okay on that first day when I'm gone. Dusk will come with fireflies and whippoorwill and crickets call, and every star will take its place in silvery gown and purple shawl. You lie down in our big bed, dread the dark and dread the dawn, but you'll be alright on that first night when I'm gone. You will reach for me in vain. You'll be whispering my name as if sorrow were your friend, and this world so alien. But life will call with daffodils and morning glorious blue skies. You'll think of me, some memory, and softly smile to your surprise. And even though you love me still, you will know where you belong. Just give it time, we'll both be fine when I'm gone.
Thank you, Casey, for that moving performance. Hi, I'm Marcia Ireland, and I'm the Volunteer and Community Services Program Coordinator with HopeHealth. At each of our HopeHealth Remembrance events, we ask a family member of a patient we cared for to speak about their loved one. Tonight, a few of our hospice families are here to share their stories. You will hear from a HopeHealth staff member, a volunteer, and newly grieving parents. Each of them will share reflections about their loss, their hospice experience, and their own grief journeys.
My name is Judith Rosenthal, and my husband, Gordon Johnson, was on service with HopeHealth Hospice. And Gordon died actually 10 years ago today. Yeah.
My name is Helen Patterson.
And I'm Jose Sousa.
Our son Jonathan was 31 years old when he died of cancer, October 5th, 2020. He left behind 2 beautiful daughters that remind us of him every day, personality, looks, and they're a blessing for us.
My name is Mercedes Pacheco. I lost both of my parents last year. My mother was Bernarda Pacheco, or Bernie, and she was on service with HopeHealth very briefly in January. My father, Jose, was with HopeHealth in July for about a week and died July 29th, 2020.
He was very handsome, 6'2", blue eyes, beautiful smile, silver gray hair. Came to find out that he was as beautiful on the inside as he was on the outside. He brought people in because of his friendliness, and he made everybody feel important when you were around him.
Jonathan was just so full of life. Like, there wasn't anything that crossed his path that he didn't like.
A smile that lit up a room. He loved to dress up in costumes and be character. Yes. He was the dad that would let them put makeup on him, and as soon as he got home from work, they were by his side. It was daddy, daddy all the way.
My parents are both from Cuba. They emigrated here in their 20s, weren't able to have a lot of education in Cuba. My mother went to 2nd grade, my father went to 6th. She was a seamstress, he was a carpenter, and they worked tremendously hard. It's only as I've gotten older that I've appreciated how much their influence and support of me has influenced me and my life and my successes and just everything about me, really.
Jonathan did not complain while he was sick. He had chemo, he had cirrhosis, he had episodes where he couldn't stand.
HopeHealth has been a godsend for us, because I don't know where I'd be going with all these feelings and emotions.
I called HopeHealth, and they were just unbelievable, offering kindness and compassion and care. You know, Gordon asked me, you know, what's going to happen to me? And I said, I will make sure, no matter what, that you will die at home. And they made that possible. I have goosebumps just saying that out loud.
There were tremendous kindnesses shown to me and my family by the team that, you know, one could easily say, oh, you know, maybe I got a little extra special treatment because I work for HopeHealth and these are people that I know and work with. But that's exactly it. I know and work with these people and I see how they take care of other patients and families, and I know that it's no different.
Seeing our grief counselor, Sarah, has been wonderful. When you just think you're going crazy, but somebody tells you you're not, that feels good when it's all about grief. And the grieving parent group has also been wonderful. You making connections with other people who know what you're feeling, because nobody really knows what you're feeling unless they've experienced it.
And it's just so good to have people in this world like you that do so much for us.
People like us. It's a gift.
I found that there is life after loss. The other most important thing, and the thing that I try and assure the people in my group, is that there is hope. There is definitely hope. That life is not over, that you can go on. Like I said, it's 10 years. I still miss Gordon every single day. I think of him, but that pain is not the same at all. It has softened tremendously.
I don't know how well I'm surviving, but I am surviving. We're here, we got up out of bed, we got dressed. So you're gonna have good days and bad days. Just plugging along and find yourself a wonderful grief counselor.
Thank you, Helen, Jose, Mercedes, and Judith, for sharing your heartfelt stories. It was an honor to have cared for your loved ones and to continue supporting you now. Hi, my name is Guy Murgo, and I am one of the grief counselors with HopeHealth. In death and grief, we can find the peace we need to lead the way on our journey. That's the focus of this next reading, Peace My Heart, by grief support volunteer Ed Richard.
Peace, my heart, let the time for parting be sweet. Let it not be a death, but completeness. Let love melt into memory and pain into songs. Let the flight through the sky end in the folding of the wings over the nest. Let the last touch of your hands be gentle, like the flower of the night. Stand still, O beautiful end, for a moment, and say your last words in silence. I bow to you and hold up my lamp to light you on your way.
What an encouraging message. Thank you, Ed. I am Bettina Brothers, and I'm a grief counselor with HopeHealth. Next, Casey Geronimo will perform Bridge Over Troubled Water.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine
Thank you, Casey, for sharing your comforting voice with us. My name is John Gonsalves, and I am a grief counselor with HopeHealth. As we remember our loved ones and reflect on the amazing memories we shared with them, we can find comfort in knowing we aren't alone. Our next reading reminds us of that and describes the transformation we experience when our loved one passes away. Judith Rosenthal will share with us It Is Hard to Sing of Oneness by Mishkin Hanafesh.
It is hard to sing of oneness when our world is not complete, when those who have once brought wholeness to our life have gone, and nothing but memory can fill the emptiness their passing leaves behind. But memory can tell us only what we were in company with those we loved. It cannot help us find what each of us alone must now become. Yet, no one is really alone. Those who live no more echo still within our thoughts and words, and what they did in part is what we have become. We do best homage to our dead when we live our lives most fully, even in the shadow of our loss.
Thank you, Judith, for sharing that touching poem with us. As the summer months begin, we are reminded of things that used to seem so far away. We're reminded of light as it lingers into the evening, of growth as bright colors flourish, and of hope as water lilies float. The grief counselors will now share an offering of remembrance while we read a piece by Wendell Berry called The Peace of Wild Things.
When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be.
I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds.
I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with the forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water.
And I feel above me the day-blind stars, waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free.
As we place this last flower in the water to float with the tides, as we often must do in our grief, please say your loved one's name aloud in remembrance. We remember.
We go forth from this moment back into a big, messy world that is so full of summer and winter, life and death, blossoming and burning, sorrow and joy, loss and hope, all at once. As we have taken time to be present to the winter and summer of our own hearts and in the hearts of one another today, may we be spiritually refreshed to greet this world exactly as it is, with open arms. Our experiences of loss, the winters of our lives, these are not gifts, but they are givens. They are forever a part of us. We cannot change the fact that they happened, but we can remember that what we do with them now, how we carry them into the springs and summers of our lives to come, is up to us. And may we remember that we do not do this work of carrying our winters alone, as we have taken this time to pause together, fellow travelers on the road, may we remember that every tiny step we dare to continue taking, no matter how heavy our hearts, is a message to those around us that it is okay for them to carry their winters into summer too. And if, on the road, the sudden green of a tree shocks and surprises us and fills us with joy, may we share that joy with one another, because that joy too is a gift. It tells us that no season and no feeling is final. As we move forward into the rest of this summer and the rest of our lives, may the wisdom of that joy reflected in the new life flourishing all around us remind us that something, somewhere, is always taking root, always just waiting to bloom, even if we cannot yet see it. Amen.
Thank you, Wilson. We have one more musical offering by Neil and Casey Geronimo, accompanied by keyboardist Chris Silva and the Case High School Choir.
There are places I'll remember all my life, but some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Thank you so much for joining in. We are so grateful you chose to be a part of our virtual summer evening of hope and remembrance. We are also grateful for the musical contributions of our vocalists, Neil and Casey Geronimo, the Case High School Choir, keyboardist Chris Silva, and harpist Laura Cole. Thank you also to our 3 volunteer readers and family speakers, Annie Huang, Ed Richard, and Judith Rosenthal. Next year, I hope we will all gather together in person, and when we do, it will be even more special. At HopeHealth, we have many virtual grief support groups that offer a healing space for you wherever you are in your unique experience of loss. Finding community with others going through their own experience can often be a tremendous help. Please know we are here for you, and have a good night.